Good day everyone, I'm Hurley of RFI Reviews here, back at it again with my review for the Kefine, but this time it's the Clean SV. Yes, this is the recent or the latest product from Kefine. But first things first, my apologies right out of the bat for my nails because it has been a while and I'm very busy for the past week, so I haven't cut my nails yet. So if that bothers you, I'm really sorry for that. I'll do better. And I'd like to thank Kefine for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again and again, I won't be editing this extensively. English isn't really my native language, and I prefer writing reviews rather than recording them, as most of you know, probably. Okay. So to give you an idea, from what I understand, the Kefine Clean SV or the Kefine Clean Silver, at first I thought they would name this the Kefine Clean AG because AG is the periodic name of the silver from what I remember. I could be wrong on that one. Let's check. Periodic table silver. Yeah. Yep, silver is AG. But yeah, it's their responsibility, or I don't know. It's like it's their idea anyway, so there's no problem in that. It's just merely my suggestion. Okay. So the Refine Clean SV costs around the same as what the first Refine Clean actually. It is around like 50-ish dollars from what I remember. Yes, it is $50. It is $50, but Kefine made some improvements here in terms of the economically practical ways here and there. Like for example, they made this time they made an option for you to choose the Kefine Clean's cable termination. Like you can now have this in 4.4, whereas before, they as from what I remember, they only what do you call this? They only offered the Kefine Clean, the first clean, in 3.5 or in USB-C. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but that's what I remember. But this time, they offer you a lot of configurations. Like also sent me these. Although, do take note that you'll be purchasing this separately if you want to. I was told that you can purchase this just the cable or probably just the DAC. Yes, they do have a DAC now if you really want to, because a lot of people, and yes, a lot of people that I know are looking for the Refine Clean's cable, because the cable in this one is very it is very minimal, and at the same time it is very practical. It doesn't seem to get in the way when you're using the IM. It doesn't have any microphonics at all. But of course, I wouldn't do any what do you call this? I wouldn't do any placebo snake oil terms or snake oil claims here and there. It's just more on the practicality side of things that the Kefine cable has, up to the point that people are actually asking it for they are asking Kefine to release the cables or to be purchased separately. But here we go. As you can see here, here's the 4.4 version. If you manage, or if you prefer the 4.4 version, yes, you can have the Kefine Clean SV with the 4.4 cable. You can see there, Kefine Clean SV silver earphone cable, 4.4 balanced. Yes. You can also have it in this one, the Kefine Clean in DSP. Yes, this has a DSP chip on it, and it also has a mic on it, which sounds really good. You can also have it with this one, and from what I have been told, the DSP chip on this one, or the DAC, yes, this cable has a DAC on it. It has the KT2041. I'll just flash the name here. I'll just flash the name here somewhere. But yeah, this does have the KT2041 cable DAC chip. So yes, if, like, let's say you're using this with a smartphone, it already has a jack chip on it. You don't need to buy any dongles if you don't really want to. When paired with the Kefine Clean SV, the overall sound adds a little, the the overall DAC chip or the overall sound is a little bit warmer this time, making it in a very U-shaped ish sounding set. But yeah, people prefer that, people don't prefer that, whatever floats in your boat. But do take note that these findings are just like very negligible. Actually, it's just like a night and day difference, but it does help the Kefine Clean SV stand out or sound to its optimal performance, in my humble opinion. Okay, and they also have this is the DAC. As you can see, this is a Conexant DAC that they have. As you can see, the KA1 3.5 USB, the Conexant. As you can see, Conexant 31993 is your usual USB DAC. But when paired with the Kefine Clean SV, the overall sound is now a little bit more on the mild V-shape ish side of things when paired with this one. So yeah, pick what you really prefer again, but this is merely like a night and day difference. More, all of my findings are just a nitpick at the end of the day. So don't stress it too much. These pair well. This combination sounds well, since the Kefine Clean is actually easy to drive, or the Kefine Clean SB as well is easy to drive. Okay, but if, like, let's say you have purchased the Kefine Clean SV with its stock 3.5mm configuration and your usual stuff, you'll get this pack. You'll get these accessories here, but I'll just show you the packaging first. As you can see, it is still your usual Kefine Clean, what do you call this, Kefine Clean packaging with a clean SV and a DLC diaphragm IEM. As you can see here, this is the 3.5mm version, and this does have the specifications here, as you can see. So the driver size is 10mm, its sensitivity is 107 decibels, and its impedance is 32 ohms. So right out of the bat, this is easy to drive actually. Even the Apple dongle will pair with this reasonably fine, but if I were really to nitpick, the dynamics will take a hit here with the Kefine Clean SV paired with an Apple dongle. So yeah, I usually pair this with like this one. Since they have sent this to me, I pair it with this one, the KA1, the USB DAC, or I'll just pair it with my Venture Electronics Devastator, or probably my Hebe R4. Yes, I do use this with my Hebe R4 during commutes. So there's that. Okay, now as for the accessories, here are the accessories that it comes with. It is still like your usual Kefine Clean, but this time I believe they added additional nozzles. So you'll get 3 nozzles here. As you can see, you now have this gold nozzle, you now have this black nozzle. The pre-installed nozzle here is the literally silver nozzle. So it kind of reminds me of the SimGot series, or the SimGot EA500 series, wherein they include 3 nozzles from what I remember. It's been a while. As you can see, they also include here the 2 sets of ear tips for you to choose. I use this one. I use the white tips because it kind of reminds and feels like a KB ear '08 ear tips, or KB ear '07 ear tips will feel. So I'm accustomed to that configuration. So there's that. And as you can see here, here's the IM itself, and my oh my, it is still made of metal, by the way. As you can see, let's go. There we go. Look at that. I do like this design. Yes, I do like this design. Some people complained that the first Kefine Clean was a bit heavy to their ears. I can understand that, although in my ears it doesn't feel any heavy or bulky or chunky at all. It fits just fine in my ears, despite my ears being on the larger side of things. But for the most people, this will fit their ears really snug, because it is, as you can see, it is very smooth. It is smooth in finish. It now hides fingerprint magnets easily. I really love that. The first Kefine Clean doesn't hide that well because it has this gloss to it. But this one, it hides it really well. I love this design. I love this color, by the way. It reminds me of the Silver Surfer, if you know that reference. And it also has the vents here, the markings of the left and right. It's just like your usual Kefine Clean, wherein it is still in metal build with This time is silver colorway. That's basically it, and I do love that design. And again, this cable, as you can see, I love this cable. I prefer minimal cables, but at the same time, I also prefer cables that does have a bling to it, and in my humble opinion, this does have that. It's just that it is in a very modest or minimal manner, which I really like. Now, as for the drivability, again, this is easy to drive. You can pair this with pretty much anything. I usually use this in our office with my Devastator, Venture Electronics Devastator dongle, because it is the most portable. But whenever I am on commutes, I usually use my Hebe R4 just to listen to music with the Kifine Clean SV. Okay, so what's the sound of the Kifine Clean SV? Well, the Kifine Clean SV, unlike its older sister or brother, whatever you may call it, the Kifine Clean SV is a more neutral Kifine Clean. Because the Kifine Clean, from what I remember and based on my notes here, is a warmer sounding set. It is a warmer sounding set. To be specific, it is a balanced, mild V-shape-ish sounding set that are tuned well, that it had the reputation as a go-to IEM. That is a go-to IEM under 50 or USD or even 100 USD at some point in time. It is that good. Don't get me wrong, the Kifine Clean is still a very good contender in 2026. But yeah, the Kifine Clean SV adds a little bit of a different flavor here with some added improvements, quality of life improvements, if you may, if you're asking an audiophile or an audio enthusiast. So again, the Kifine Clean SV is a neutral sounding IEM with a mild vocal forwardness here and there. It isn't that a lot, and I wouldn't even call this like mid-centric. I wouldn't even call this bright. I wouldn't even call this flat or anything like that. It's just, it is plain neutral. It still has some coloration to it, because again, I've been comparing this side by side with my Atemotic ER2 SE, and the coloration is very obvious here with the Kifine Clean SV, which is a good thing, because some people do not prefer what I prefer. When I say that I prefer flat sounding IEMs, I prefer neutral, uncolored sounding IEMs, because that is my fun and that is not their fun. So yeah, Kifine Clean SV or Kifine themselves really did a great job balancing that fun and that technical performance or the technical chops going here with the Clean SV. So for those people that are that prefers neutral sounding IEMs, the Kifine Clean SV currently is my spoiler alert, top contender under 50 US dollars, by the way. But yeah, let's just proceed with the bass first. The bass on this one has some equal levels to it, whether it be you're a mid bass lover or a sub bass lover. This does have that modest, that controlled quantity to it. Of course, this won't be for bass heads at heart, but for the most people, this will sound just fine. You will have no problems playing this even with the EDM or anything like that. But if you prefer bassy IEMs, I do understand you, and do not purchase this. Go purchase something else, like probably a 7 Hz legato, because that one has that bass, while this one has the control, the authority, the precision that some people or most people that are like me looking for. So this has the punch, this has the punchy bass response, and this does have some rumble to it, but not by a lot. The attack and decay on this one is on the above average side. Actually, it never sounded slow, it never sounded lagged behind the other frequencies, so that is a good thing. But then again, remember that this is not for bass heads. Okay, this is not for bass heads, and this is also not for those people who prefer warmth, because this doesn't have the warmth that you are probably looking for if you're coming from the Kifine Clean. That's the reason why I also said before that the Kifine Clean SV is more of a different flavor with some additional improvements here and there compared to the Kifine Clean SV. So yeah, take that as is. Okay, now as for the mids on this one is still your neutral. It is neutral, it is nearly uncolored. I must say. And at the same time, it doesn't have that warmth. Again, it doesn't have that warmth that you'll be seeing on the other IEMs under 50 USD. Heck, even the SimGot EW200, which isn't really warm to begin with, has that warmth that some people are looking for, that the Kefine Clean SB does not have. So for some people, they might find the Kefine Clean SV a little bit thin to their liking, or thin to what they prefer, which is all right, because again, not all people has the same preference as what I have, and at the same time the other people around them. So that is all right, and that is a good thing. It is for added variance, if you will. So yeah, the lower mids on this one doesn't have that extra thickness to it, so most of the time you'll be expecting as is where is when it comes to the thickness of the male vocals or the instruments that are within this region. As for the upper frequencies, the upper frequencies is mainly vocals actually, are quite forward, but not as forward as some of the other IEMs that I have reviewed before. So it strikes a good balance in my humble opinion. It doesn't have any unnatural sibilance, harshness, or peaks. At the very least, with this pre-installed silver, yes, this pre-installed silver nozzle, by the way. But yeah, I'll explain it later on, because I have did some extensive AB listening to these variations. As you can see, there's a lot of variations here. But yeah, there's that. But again, despite this doesn't have that, despite this not having that sibilance that I was talking about, some people, especially those people with very sensitive sets of ears, may find the upper mids of Kefine Clean SVs borderline bright, which is, I understand, because yes, I have encountered people that exhibits that intense level of sensitivity to their hearing, which is encountered, or which is okay for most of the time. But yeah, it kinda, in my humble opinion, it kinda limits the options. But at the same time, it's a good thing, because they won't be spending too much money if you think about it. Well, okay. Now, as for the treble in this one is still it isn't that elevated. Okay, it isn't that elevated, but it sure is extended. It sure is airy, but at the same time, not as airy as compared to the other sets that I have reviewed recently. But it doesn't sound muffled or anything at all. No, not at all. It doesn't sound safe either. It doesn't sound bright. So it is in the middle of everything, in my humble opinion. Cymbal crashes and splashes on this one are quite good, and the nuances or the micro details or the detail retrieval here is above average at best for what you're getting with an IEM under 80 USD, 50 USD. So there's that. Okay, now as for the technical chops on this one is, I'd say it is average to above average, in my humble opinion. It isn't the widest, although the Kefine, it is definitely wider than the first Kefine Clean, but it isn't the widest IEM or widest sounding IEM that I have encountered within this price range, especially recently. Yes, especially recently. So yeah, in terms of soundstage, if you're looking for that extravagant, wide, spacious soundstage, that probably you have seen for, like, let's say the SimGot EW200, this doesn't have that. But at the same time, it is still spacious. It is still wide enough, in my humble opinion. What makes up for the Kefine Clean SB for it, however, is it's in technical chops, or specifically in the separation and layering department, because comparing this to the first Clean, it is quite evident that the separation and layering here, the Clean SV, is much much cleaner, much discernible, and at the same time more separated, well separated, when compared to the first Clean. And that is a welcome improvement, in my humble opinion. Especially I'm looking for the technical precision most of the time. So yeah, it is a very very good welcome and a very good remark for me, in my humble opinion. Now, as for the imaging, imaging is pretty much the same actually. it is pretty much the same when compared to the first clean. Although that doesn't mean that it is bad at all. Actually, it's the opposite. It is still precise, almost clinically precise in my humble opinion. Okay, so we'll now do a quick rundown here with the nozzle filters here. So the gold filters, you can see here. I'm not sure. Although yeah, I'm really glad that Kefine are doing these little details here and there. I'm not sure if you'll be seeing this properly. Yeah, I'm not really sure if you'll be seeing this properly, but as you can see, it is very detailed. I like the details on this one. It is nice. Love that one. But yeah, as for the gold nozzles, when paired with the Kefine Clean SV, it is now a neutral bright sounding IM. It is obviously a neutral bright sounding IM. The vocals are more forward, the treble is much more elevated, but at the same time it does avoid most of the sibilance. Yes, it does avoid most of the sibilance or fatigue, but it does have some peaks here and there to my ears. Okay, in return also the bass becomes lighter, and at the same time the soundstage also becomes wider. So yeah, it really depends on what you prefer. Now when paired with the black, as you can see, I'm not sure if this is the black. Nope, it's not this one. When paired with the black nozzle filters, the Kefine Clean the Kefine Clean SV sounds a bit more neutral, or sorry, a bit more warm this time. It does add some bass quantity to it here and there. It does resemble an IEM actually that I have reviewed recently when paired with the black nozzle. So there's that. Again, pick what you really prefer. But as a reviewer myself, I prefer the Kefine Clean SV in its pre-installed bug standard configuration, which is in 3.5mm and in silver colorway. So where should we compare this? Well, we should compare this with the Sivga SM100. When compared, yes, the Sivga SM100 and the Kefine Clean SV shares the same target actually, wherein they try to sound neutral as much as possible. But they do have some differences here and there, which is noticeable, especially when you compare them side by side. For starters, the Sivga SM100 sounds wider. It sounds taller, it sounds more immersive when compared to the Kefine Clean SV. But then again, it kinda loses on the body, which the Kefine Clean SV have. And at the same time, the overall control of the overall frequency, because the Sivga SM100 does have some mild elevations here and there going on depending on the track, while the Kefine Clean SV is quite linear actually, much more linear than the Sivga SM100, despite them aiming for a neutral target. Okay, both of them are easy to drive though, but yeah, in terms of bang for the buck or customizability, the Kefine Clean SV is better because the Sivga SM100 doesn't have any pouch, it doesn't have any extra set of ear tips. So there's that. Okay. Now where should we compare this next? We should compare this next with the Kiwiers Bell. When compared, the Kiwiers Bell is a more safer, yes, it is a more bodied, more safer, warmer sounding IEM than the Kefine Clean SV. At the same time, it kind of chops off the both ends of the frequencies, making the overall sound a little bit smoother, a little bit safer. Yes, safer compared to the Kefine Clean SV, despite them not having any unnatural sibilance, harshness, or peaks or anything like that. Both of them kinda exhibits the same, or both of them uses the same driver material, by the way, the DLC diaphragm, but at the same time they sound clearly different to one another, but not by a lot actually, because again, both of them are actually aiming for the neutrality. Both of them are actually aiming for the versatility. It's just that the Kefine Clean SV offers more for its price when compared to the Kiwiers Bell. So yeah, if like let's say you have a very sensitive sets of ears and you're choosing on which is which, I'd recommend a Kiwiers Bell for you because that is warmer and that definitely has fatigue free. But you may find the treble a little bit lacking though when compared to the Kefine Clean SV. Because despite the Kefine Clean SV having that control, that overall control on the frequencies, it never sounded lacking for a neutral sounding IEM, if you get my point. So where should we compare this next? Well, lastly, we'll compare this with the SIMGOT EW200. When compared, the SIMGOT EW200 is right out of the bat U-shape. It is brighter, it is wider though, but it does have some peaks harshness that are going on its upper frequencies. When compared to the Kefine Clean SB's more controlled, more modest overall sound signature. And at the same time, it does offer some extra set of accessories as well, which is a really good thing. Okay, so I'll switch to the Tagalog version of this review for a quick rundown. Okay, so bali itong si Kefine Clean SB sa neutral sounding IEM na nasa 2,500 pesos or 3,000 pesos, give or take, kasi $50 siya. Okay, sa overall sound niya, yung overall sound niya, sobrang, in my humble opinion, sobrang layo niya sa first clean. Kasi yung first na clean, na Kefine Clean, warm talaga siya. Warm na balance na mild V-shape-ish. Most of the time. Partida, wala pang dangle yun or anything like that. Pero itong Kefine Clean SB, neutral talaga na mas forward yung vocals. Pero maganda yung pagkakatono. Kasi hindi siya sobra. Hindi rin siya hindi rin siya tunog ngongo. Hindi siya amoy ang putik. Hindi siya tunog ngongo, hindi siya tunog na parang sinakluban ng kumot yung kumakanta or may sipon yung kumakanta. So, ayun, maganda in my humble opinion tong Kefine Clean SB. And para sa akin lang naman, upgrade siya. If and only if galing ka sa ibang IEM na hindi Kefine Clean. Kasi pag pinagkumpara mo side by side tong Kefine Clean tsaka yung Kefine Clean SB, sila parang different flavor lang na may slight improvement sa technical chops. Para sa akin So, yung verdict ko dito, definitely, ito yung top recommendation ko, if and only if mahilig ka sa neutral sounding IEMs, tas ang budget mo is nasa 3,000 pesos pababa. Ito yung parang top choice ko as of now, para sa akin lang naman. Kasi, sobrang balanse ng tunog na ito talaga kahit saan mo daanin. Okay? Now, balik na ako sa English review para sa summary and sa verdict. Okay, so what's my verdict here with the Kefine Clean SB? Well, the Kefine Clean SB is definitely, again, one of my top recommendations under $50 to $80 probably of an IEM if you're looking for a neutral sounding IEM. I know, there are a lot of there are a lot of takes that there are the Chi-Fi space or the IEM space are too crowded with this monthly releases, this and that. But I'm pretty sure that Kefine did their homework or did their assignment really well here with the Clean SB, because despite it sounding neutral or aiming for neutrality, it doesn't have that neutral slap. It doesn't have that neutral slap that most of the IEMs that I have encountered under 100 USD have. Do take note that those IEMs are aiming for neutrality as well, and sometimes or most of the time rather are pricier than the Kefine Clean SB. So, which makes the Kefine Clean SB definitely a bang for the buck for everyone. But again, only if you're looking for that neutral type of sound, okay, that neutral vocal forward type of sound. But for most people that prefer their sound bassy, juicy, thick, you may want to look elsewhere for that. But yeah, on its own, the Kefine Clean SB is a versatile IEM as long as you're taking the neutrality into the account. Okay, now that ends my review for the Kefine Clean SB. Again, I'd like to thank Kefine for sending this unit to me in exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again and again, I won't be editing this extensively, English isn't really my native language and I prefer writing reviews rather than recording them. Okay, now as for the backlogs, I have a lot of backlogs along the way. Hopefully they gave the tracking numbers soon. And I also have this one, the Tipsy. But yes, this is the Tipsy M3. So I'll be reviewing that soon. So thank you for listening. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to my ramblings and see you on the next one. Isa pa?